Hi, this is Dr. K, and I want to teach you about Zotero, a really easy bibliographic management software program created by the Center for History and the New Media at George Mason University. It is used by most R1 organizations, institutions, universities for research, and it's really safe. Most colleges have it whitelisted. Unfortunately, at Life University, it does not currently work with your Life University Google account, so if you're going to use it in Google Docs, please use your personal account. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to teach you how to install it, and then the next video is going to teach you how to use it. All right, here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Zotero, Zotero.org, and you're going to see this scary red download button. Click it. All right, so mine says Zotero 6 for Windows because I'm using a PC right now, and Chrome connector because I'm using Chrome. Now, Zotero works with Chrome and with Firefox. Do not try to use it with Safari. It also works for Mac and it works for Linux. But when you use it, you have to download both of these. One of them lives on your computer and one of them lives in your browser, and they talk to each other. So you have to do both of them, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this Zotero 6 for Windows, and I'm going to download it. Now, if you have a Mac, it's going to ask you to drag it into your application folders, which you can do very easily. Okay, all right. I'm going to install the Chrome connector, which I think I already have installed. So I'm going to remove it for a second so I can show you how to add it. It's just going to say add to Chrome. I'm going to say add extension, and then it's going to be there. Okay, I'm going to close this so I'm not annoyed. I'm going to go down here and insert this Zotero. It should open very quickly. It's a very simple program. It really is. Now, I'm getting this weird user account control. I don't want to worry about that. I'm just going to click the X, and it's going to go next, next, okay, next. Checking the existing installation because of course I already have it installed. So it's okay, I have it open, so I've got to turn it off. Okay. Okay, and I could hit upgrade. I probably will just for the heck of it, because of course I already have it in here. Yes. I use it constantly. So when my library opens, it's going to show you a big library of all kinds of stuff. Yours will just say welcome to Zotero. Mine has my whole library. Hold on, it should open. Where is it? It's back here. There it is. Okay, so here's my big library. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create a collection, which you go over to this little manila folder with a little plus sign, and I'm going to do SA2 English 203. Okay. Okay. And so I've got SA2 for English 203. And I'm going to highlight it because I want to add some resources to that folder. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google Scholar. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to minimize that. Don't close your Zotero. Just minimize it, okay? So scholar.google.com. Okay, and I'm going to look up, let me look at the wife of Bath. Okay, frame tail. There we go. So I have several wife of Bath frame tail sources to choose, and what I'm going to do is I'm going into Scholar Google because that's the scholarly version of Google, as you probably already know. Okay, so I'm looking for my Zotero. It's not up here because Chrome has now hidden all of your extensions underneath this stupid little puzzle piece. So you have to go down here and find your Zotero connector and click on the little pin. So now I can see my Zotero. I'm going to click on it. And, oh yeah, here's a little advertisement. Great, I got it. Okay. So I'm going to go to this yellow folder that showed up. And it should have the same thing. See, look, it's got the same things that it has here. So I'm going to start looking for ones that I want for my paper. This is the Subversive Discourse of the Wife of Bath. I like that. The Wife of Bath's Old Wives' Tale, and maybe The Art of Persuasion. Okay, I'm going to hit OK. All right. And that is downloading into my Zotero. If I open it up, I will see that those three things are there. Very nice. Okay, now, back to my Google. And maybe I'm going to look at Scheherazade. I'm not sure if I'm spelling it right. It's Scheherazade. I'm a terrible speller. Shh, no. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So here's some things about the frame tale and Scheherazade. So I'm going to go up here again to this folder. I'm going to choose a couple of them. Choose OK. So I've got these three things in here. So I've got a bunch of things I can choose from to make my paper with. Okay. So now let's say I had a teacher who was asking me to give them a bibliography to work with. I have to turn in a bibliography. Now, you don't have this in my class, but if you had a teacher who wanted you to turn in a bibliography, this is how you do it. You're going to highlight one of these, okay? You're going to get Control A like that, right-click, create bibliography from items, okay? Modern Language Association, or you could choose anything else. Copy to clipboard. Those are the two things you change, Modern Language Association and copy to clipboard. I hit OK. And I open Word. Okay, I'm going to type in bibliography. And the difference between a bibliography and a works cited is for your paper because you've cited those works in your paper. A bibliography is just a list of works that you might look at to create a paper. So this is a bibliography because it's just a list of works. Now I'm going to hold down the Control button, if I have a Mac, a Command button, and hit V for victory. And they're there in the alphabetical order. Now I'm going to fix this bibliography because it's obviously not in the style I want it in. I'm probably going to make it 36. Go in the center. Okay, there we go. So now I have my perfect perfect bibliography, simple bibliography with Zotero. All right, let me tell you a couple other things about Zotero. So we have, if you click on one of these, you'll see over here there's info, notes, tags, and related, okay? So when you upload something, if you're using Google Scholar or you're using a library source, and you can't use the library at Life, unfortunately, your library also blocks Zotero. But if you use Google Scholar or another library, you can then take this information here right into the Zotero with that little manila folder I showed you. Now, if you have regular Google, let me show what happens. So I can use, for example, let's say I'm going to use a video. So I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to look up The Wife of Bath on YouTube. So here I have a video summary. I have prologue and tail analysis. This looks pretty good. So I'm going to click on this. Okay, this is a Course Hero one. Oh, it's okay. All right. So they're usually pretty good. So here's an analysis of it. And if I go up here, I'm going to see that Zotero has just like this little, it looks like a projector. So I click on this, and it's going to go into my Zotero file. Now, I'm not really sure that this has all the information, because in regular Google, Zotero isn't always super reliable, because think about it, the author's names, the dates, all kinds of things are in all kinds of weird places all over Google, all over all of the stuff that's on the internet. So sometimes it gets it, sometimes it can find it, and sometimes it can't. It always finds it when it's at the library or when it's in Google Scholar, because they're carefully categorized in a certain way. But when you go on to regular Google, they aren't. So I'm going to just look and make sure everything's here. Course Hero, there's a series title, I'm not sure, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to look for it. Is there a series title? So sometimes there's a whole bunch of information here. So it doesn't look like this is part of a series. Or maybe it's a Canterbury Tales. It looks like it might be a Canterbury Tales series. So I'm just going to grab this. I'm going to go back into Zotero. It looks like it might have a series. So here's the series title. It doesn't look like there's a volume number. Is there? It just says Wife of Bath. So there you go, and it has the date, November 29th, 2017. I'm going to make sure that that's correct too. So I'm going to go back in my Zotero and see if there's a date. It has my access, but it does not have, oh yeah, it does. November 29th, 2017. All right, so everything's correct. All right, so I can just add this to my paper or do my citations with it very, very easily, because it's in there now. And when you go into regular Google, you'll find that you can only do those one at a time. They aren't in the big file, but you can use it just as well. All right, that finishes up this video, and please make sure that you check out the second one, because just because you understand this does not mean you understand how to do the citations and works cited. All right, till next time.